seems interesting.
Let's see. Next story. The FAA is looking to relax some of their device restrictions as far as what's allowed to stay on during takeoff and whatnot. They're, I guess, allowing reading devices in airplane mode. But seriously, how many people are actually going to walk, through the aisles and go?
Well, the thing
"That's
I'm
a reading
confused by,
device, that's a
don't
reading
like
device."
I would say about maybe like 60-75% of planes have Wi-Fi built on them,
Yeah, but it's off during those times
and
apparently.
there hasn't been any evidence connecting a cell phone being on to a plane crashing ever, right?
It's just my thing here. Like they're relaxing this. They relaxed some of the rules earlier that allows pocket knives back on planes. It's
That
just
doesn't make a good idea at all.
it's just weird that they're starting to lax all this stuff.
I do realize people took over the planes on 11 with box cutters.
Now
so
they never
a
showed what kind of
pocket
box
knife-
cutters we're talking about here. Was it the fixed blade one little thing, or was it the ones that can like have multiple blades?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
If you
matter.
put a blade to a
I
kid's
mean-
neck, you're not gonna
I mean,
attack them.
it does matter because
You could do
the
some damage.
size that they have now is like what 3 inches, I think they said.
Yeah, you can carry blades on the plane now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it can't be. What was it? If it locks into position or some shit, you can't have it.
Beats me.
I forget what the rules were, but yeah, I mean, it's just weird that they're starting to let all this stuff through again.
Well, I do like that they did reference exactly what I was thinking. The issue of having the ability to play these devices while in takeoff has gotten support from key lawmakers because of the fact that pilots are now authorized to use iPads in the cockpit, and flight attendants can use devices of their own while other passengers cannot. So obviously, if they're able to use the iPad in the cockpit and the stewardesses, or I'm sorry, the flight attendants are able to use their own devices, it's obviously not a goddamn threat to the plane going down if everyone else is using it except for the passengers. So
Yeah.
I don't understand the point of it. There's always been this stigma of that it could affect them. Well, at this point, I think there's been at least probably 400,000, 500,000 people that have taken flights and have probably used their machine when they're not supposed to. And as far as I know, their planes have not gone down.
As far as we know.
As far as we know. I've never seen that on the black box. A passenger was using iPod and plane went down.
Turn the
And
device
iPads,
off!
and Apple's stocks didn't go down.
They went up. Free
next-
publicity.
Next up is CounterStrike Global Offensive. I was going to say assault. That wasn't it. Gets new hostage mode coming to PC only.
Why would make it harder for? It says only 2 per map. But isn't it harder with 4? So you're technically making it easier.
Yeah, I think it was meant to be easier, or to kind of cater to competitive players. It only requires one hostage, I think, to win now. Yeah, it only requires one.
Well, it's always only ever required one.
rescue.
If you kill the other 2, and the other 3 of them, you can stick one over there.
Yeah. Well, anyways, basically, whoever's carrying the hostage obviously is going to be much slower in moving.
So it's capture the flag, but with a hostage. That's
Pretty
pretty
much.
cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Coming up is a large group of Borderlands 2 news.
That's kind of exciting. It's the first time I had this much information or stuff released at once.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting Borderlands 2 on PC. It's really not that expensive.
$20 isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's not that expensive.
They had a sale on Green Man Gaming for the $16 for the season pass. But
Plus, you can walk into people's random games and see thousands of orange guns laying out everywhere.
yeah.
And they're totally not modding. They're just duping.
They're being nice and sharing.
Yes, of course.
Can you believe? It's funny. Like on the Reddit Borderlands 2. What do you want to call it? Subreddit. People like 90% of them look down on duping. It's like, do you realize? I guess they don't realize. Like when you're farming, like sometimes it doesn't happen the first time, and like you after 300 times, like please somebody give what is that?
You
That's
wouldn't
Gillian
download-
Anderson naked.
What really? Is
You
this in the
wouldn't
chat?
download a bear.
Hold on.
Fuck you, I would if I could.
Well, you download if it's 3D, you can download it and
Wait,
print it out.
is this link in chat?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, now I gotta see. Hold up. Where is this?
That is not. Is that really her? Whoa.
Whoa.
If it is, it's a pretty damn good job.
Time to bust out the weed whacker.
It's probably the 80s.
So I feel really stupid. We weren't recording video for the first, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, whatever.
Of this thing? Or
Yeah.
Why weren't you recording video?
Because I suck.
You're an idiot.
I thought it was already running. Normally it already is, but it wasn't. Anyway.
Normally it's not good enough.
You suck.
So mostly just the announcements we totally missed out on. I can edit it so that it plays the audio.
We'll do it. We'll just redo it. Start over.
Okay.
Back to the top of the list. All right.
Top of the list. All right. Hello
So-
and welcome to the OTR podcast for March 25th, 2013. I'm just joking.
You're
I was
goddamn right you are.
I was
We
like,
got
is
the
he
time.
Is he serious? Are you fucking kidding me?
He's really gonna fucking do it.
Is he really gonna fucking do it?
It's so hardcore.
No, I actually knew they were talking about that on their who was it? ISD podcast. On their last podcast, they were going over all the shit that's ever happened during their podcast. They're like, one time they recorded like an hour and a half and realized they weren't recording at all. He calls them back and he's like, fucking A, and they recorded the whole fucking thing over again.
It's always worse the second time around, too, because you're trying to remember all the funny shit. Well,
And it never happened.
the things you think are funny, at least. And it never comes out right.
Yeah.
Continuing on to the Borderlands 2 gamut of information.
Gamut? Really?
Gamut.
I'm going to use that on Word HD now, or whatever the game's called.
Words on HD?
Yeah, that's it.
That you still haven't played?
I'm
I'm
sorry.
confused. I'm confused by this, but it says, okay.
Hey, can we read the story first?
Go ahead, read it.
Okay. Apparently, they were teasing at once again. It was PAX, I think. Anyways, they're teasing a new class for Borderlands 2. I think we talked about it last week, or at least we touched on it. The newest class is an ex-psycho bandit named Krieg.
Craig?
I thought it was Krieg.
I don't know. Krieg?
You know,
Craig?
Let's
Craig.
Craig?
Kinda. Anyways,
Ah, I see what you did there.
that's what I thought when I saw it. Anyways, he looks pretty badass, but he's gonna be melee only. It looks like.
Fail.
I want to know if this is if the level increase is tied to the character, or if you got to buy something, because it's saying $5 here. I want to know if it's.
It's going to be part of the season pass.
No.
It will.
What is?
They've already confirmed that it's part of the season pass. The
Oh,
level
the
cap
level
raising.
Okay, well, the next story being that the Borderlands 2 level cap will be raised to 61. And oh my god, did people bitch about that. It's like, seriously, I guess there could be OCD people out there that are just like, 60 should be the number, not 61.
Well, I mean, they raised it 2 or 3 times with the original Borderlands, did they not?
Yeah.
Yes, but they still went to 69, but that was just to be funny.
Yeah.
But 61, I think the reasoning is, and it did make sense, was it costs you 1 just to activate your extra little power or whatever it is, and then you can spend the rest on the tree. So you got 60 points to spend on the tree.
That, and I also believe Randy Pitchford said that it was practically impossible to raise the level cap on Borderlands just for technical reasons, and that they were looking into it. So I guess this is their way of saying, okay, we figured out how to do it. It's going into 61. Probably don't expect it to go any higher.
Yeah, and it'll cost you $5 for the add-on unless you have the season pass, as Corey already mentioned.
So is this,
And
is
it will come with
add-on
the return
just
of the
level
Pearlescent
increase?
weapon type. What?
Is the add-on just the DLC pay $5, or is that all this just level increase?
If you don't have the season pass, it will cost you $5 to level to 61.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Probably not, but
No, it
they're
doesn't
trying to
at
make
all,
money.
because Borderlands
I
1
just said it probably doesn't. I agreed with you. Don't argue with
I
me.
know, I was agreeing.
I was disagreeing,
I was
agreeing with you.
I'm saying the simple fact is that Borderlands 1.
I was aggressively
the-
agreeing with you.
what do you call it? I was aggressively agreeing with you. It came with the
I
fourth
didn't
download.
crash.
or
I
the
was
third
aggressively
download.
parking.
It came with the third DLC. The automatic raise with the third DLC.
Agreed, but they want to try to push
So
that
they're
season
punishing-
pass.
They're punishing people who didn't feel like paying the.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
pretty much. I mean, that's
Well,
why I
the
started.
thing was is that if you didn't buy the DLC on the original, you didn't get the level raise either. So technically, you were paying for it.
All you had to do was buy that one. You didn't have to buy all 4 of them. So they're basically forcing you to buy all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Or pay $5.
Yeah. So much for that Gearbox is really good to its fans statement earlier,
Well,
huh?
sorry, this was one thing I first time noticed.
Well,
yeah, I started noticing it going downhill as soon as they said they'd start considering microtransactions.
that and after Colonial Marines, they probably have to make up as much money as they can, considering that thing sucked.
Ouch.
Sorry, Gearbox. They did say that the add-on does come with the return of the Pearlescent weapon type, which was a high-level weapon drop and very rare to find in Borderlands 1. That weapon type has not been in the sequel, but if you download the add-on, you will be able to find Pearlescent weapons throughout the game, which gives you a little bit of extra incentive to go
So
through
are
it
they
the third
easier?
time.
Which
Segue.
Oh yes, there's a
Fuck
new...
you for not catching on. I was doing professional.
I know. Well, you know what it was? Is you were talking about the Pearlescent weapon, and it reminded me that in Borderlands 2, which made no sense to me at all, is that even though you had the DLC compatibility pack downloaded, if you had a friend that got a weapon from one of the what are they called? Raid bosses or whatever, the little Seraph weapons, I think they were called.
Yes.
That you could not use those weapons. You could not trade those weapons with anybody else unless they had the DLC purchased.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, if you throw it on the ground, you can pick it up or you can't pick it up.
You can't pick it up.
Because you don't have the DLC.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, you can pick it up, you just can't use it because you don't have the DLC.
So you can look at it. Look, it's pretty. It won't shoot, but it's pretty.
You can sell it. That's about it. That kind of sucked. But anyways, they are releasing a new game plus. It is called the Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, and no, it will not erase your game saves or anything like that.
Hopefully.
You'll have to be at level 50 to be able to run through this third playthrough.
Or 61. It's a completely free update, comes out on April the 2nd, and essentially what it is what any new Game Plus should do. It's going to amp the difficulty up very high.
Hopefully.
So,
because even on the second playthrough, it doesn't feel hard.
It doesn't, but that depends on how good your weapons you found. Where we farmed quite a lot to get some really high-powered weapons while still on the second and third playthrough. So,
yeah.
It could be that we were just more or less had really good weapons.
Yeah, that could be. There's also another thing that's pissing me off is they're going to release a new loot chest edition.
Diamond plated this time.
It says diamond plated. I don't see in the picture
swag filled
that looks that way.
And a replica mask from a Goliath.
Yes.
So if I blow my face off, I can turn into a little worm head.
That's right, and your in-game character gets the mask as well.
Really?
It'll be $99.99 on ThinkGeek or ShopGearbox.com.
And it is actually limited edition because there will only be 5,000 of them made.
That's fucking bullshit. I already bought your loot chest edition. That's fucking bullshit.
Well, you need to buy another one.
I actually was tempted until I remembered how much I'm starting to hate Gearbox. But anyways. The chest will be stocked with new content, including redeemable in-game legendary weapons.
What?
Items that will scale to your character's specific level.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It also comes with a Goliath mask that you, your real fleshy self, can wear.
So is this like a new package or something?
As well as shift codes.
I might get it just for $100 and we get 4 wanted posters with all their faces on. We can hang up around the studio.
That'd be pretty nifty.
$100.
I have the old stuff that we can put up there.
Well, I've got the new stuff if I buy this. I gotta save up for my Assassin's Creed 4 anyway.
Oh, yeah, you do. That thing was sexy.
Oh, it was a fucking statue. It's a picture. It's probably a 12-inch statue of.
I'd say 16.
Kenway. I don't know his first name. Maybe 16, sitting on the bow of a pirate ship, and he's like hanging onto the flag. Looks fucking amazing. Yeah, please post a link in the notes if you can, so people know what I'm talking about.
I was gonna throw it in IRC, see if I could find.
Speaking of statuettes in Borderlands, I did pre-order my my claptrap statue.
Yeah.
8-inch statue.
I was not interested only because of the
Jacobs.
Jacobs, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I saw it, and I did kind of want it.
$20 for an 8-inch statue, though. I'm really interested to see if it's actually going to be at 8 inches, or if they said 8 centimeters and it's going to be the size of my fingernail.
I'd laugh.
I would probably cry.
He would probably cry. Yeah.
Like a bitch.
I'm just having trouble finding that right now, so I apologize.
$99 on ThinkGeek.
I apologized.
Well, then just post the link to the first story.
Does that mean if there's any other chess sets out there, they should be cheaper than this one?
There won't be any more.
I'm pretty sure there's chess out there, so maybe save them to sell it on eBay.
Oh, yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, that's up to the seller to make it cheaper.
Here it is. Nope. They don't say. What the crap? That's not what they showed before. That's the Buccaneer edition, and that's in the UK and Ireland.
Well, then that would apply to our audience.
So you guys get the crow's nest statue, which doesn't look half as cool as the
All right, I'm leaving for a second just to go see this.
The front part of the bow.
What's yours, the crow's nest?
That's the bow.
Okay.
That we want, and there's the crow's
nest.
nest.
Oh, fuck that! No, sorry, UK.
Sorry, yeah, UK, you lose out. I apologize.
Our bad island.
Our bow has bare-chested women, on it. So we're cool.
But to be fair, they do get the torso for Dead Island Riptide.
That is true. You guys got the zombie torso.
It wasn't even zombie
bikini.
The
torso.
headless, armless, legless torso of a woman. So I guess you're welcome.
It was a trade-off. It was worth it. You guys admit it.
Indeed.
So yeah, what else was there?
The DLC.
Oh yeah, and some DLC? Oh, all the DLC.
Tiny Tina's Racist DLC.
Yeah. Finally, they're also releasing some. Well, they're teasing some kind of new content, and at the end of the video, one of the guys jokingly said that finally they'll be releasing Tiny Tina's Racist Adventure DLC.
I doubt it's going to happen, but I do like the fact that they're kind of playing with the whole Twitter feud that happened, a couple months ago about Tiny Tina being racist. They have already announced that there's going to be another DLC for Borderlands. They announced that at PAX East. No information on what it is, so maybe they're teasing that it's going to be something Tiny Tina related. Which would be pretty cool, because I like Tiny Tina, and she's not racist whatsoever.
No, not at all.
We can't say that personally, but I mean, we can say
yes, we can.
Hot news!
What?
Bubba reference, never mind.
Okay. Apparently, it looks like the next-gen Xbox dev kit points to an always-online type DRM.
Hence why I'm possibly going to be a Sony fanboy in the next generation.
Here's the deal. Sony said the same shit about their whole fucking can't buy resell games or whatever.
Yes,
DRM.
but
this type of shit's not gonna fly. For 40, 20, maybe 35%.
See, the thing
I'm
though,
just pulling numbers out of my ass. But I'm saying 30% of the Xbox owners out there probably do not have an always-on connection.
I'm not caring about. Well, I do care about the always online connection. I'm more or less concerned about the fact that it's looking like it's not going to be able to play used games.
You know what makes sense to me is that the dev kit requires an online connection. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But not an end consumer product. That just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I didn't get to read through the whole article, but they do show the screenshot of it saying that. But the dev kit makes sense to have an online.
It's going to be interesting. I thought it was supposed to come out soon. Or is it next month?
When is the announcement for that? I thought
it was 26th.
March. Yeah.
For what? April the 20-something, yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's next month. Okay.
So basically, one of the notes in the quote-unquote hardware overview documentation that comes with the dev kit is that every Durango console will have a hard drive, although its exact capacity has not been chosen. It will be large enough, however, to hold a large number of games. And here's the interesting part. All games will be installed on the hard drive. Play from the optical disc will not be supported.
That doesn't make sense to me either.
Durango consoles will have a Blu-ray disc drive. Disc media will be used for distribution, but during gameplay, games will not use content from the optical disc, and an installation system is being designed that will allow gamers to begin playing while the game is being installed on the hard drive rather than waiting until installation is complete, kind of like what the Sony PS4 is doing.
How that's supposed to work?
I don't either, because whatever. It seems like they're either doing something really awesome or they're really doing something really shitty to game developers. They have to put this stuff in there.
Yeah.
I just, if it's blocking secondhand games, I'm not buying it. I'm flat out not buying it. Most of the games I've ever bought are secondhand games from eBay, from GameStop. It's just not going to happen. I won't do it. As much as I love Microsoft, it's not happening.
If Sony said they were going to do it and they didn't do it, there's no fucking way Microsoft will do this.
You never know. They're pretty good at playing chicken.
I just don't see
I think they might do it, and once they deal with the backlash, they'll see how many people actually bought the game or not. And
where's the kill switch?
Well, if they've already implemented it, then they're fucked anyways.
They can put a patch out.
Where's the kill switch? We put one in, right?
Kill switch.
Next story being that SNES and NES emulators will be available at launch for Ouya.
Don't do that again.
What the fuck is he talking about?
We're not doing SNES and NES. I don't care what anyone else says. It's the SNES and the NES. We've done it that way since we were kids.
I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? SNES?
You know what?
We're right.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you. There's no but.
Yeah, there is. Who is it but?
That's right.
Chicken butt.
What?
Chicken butt.
So actually, it says available at launch. So does that mean that doesn't?
It doesn't mean it's gonna be shipped. There's no way it can ship with it because it'd be. I mean, yes, they probably wouldn't if they got sued, but just to save themselves and wasting money on a lawyer.
But those things already exist, so I don't know what they're worried about. I mean,
I'm worried about shipping with it, but you can probably download it.
Unless they're saying they're like native to the UI or some shit. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. Now that I reread the headline. Because I thought it said it would be shipping with. And I was like, oh, okay. They must have signed something with Nintendo.
No, it's basically if you want to play NES and SNES emulators, they will be available for you to download at launch, which is pretty badass because I can't think of anything better to do with my time than do stuff I already do anyway.
What if does it have enough power to run a 64 simulator?
Possibly.
I did think. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the other thing.
XI or the Roku?
No, I don't remember the little box that does everything. That I thought I put a story in here, but I don't see it now. Let's see. We got Fuse already up in there. We don't really need that. I don't think we're gonna discuss the school shooting thing. No, we can do that. That's fine. It's not really a school shooting thing. Next story being that the Game Stick that we've talked about in the past, the Kickstarter Android device, Android gaming device, I should say, will be shipping with XBMC, Xbox Media Center. For those of you who don't know what it is, you should go check it out. It is awesome. Can be ran on a variety of things like the Raspberry Pi, Apple TV, PC.
I'd like to see it released for the Ouya.
Would you really want to use the Xbox Live Media console for? I mean, is there anyone better than that?
What are you talking about?
It should ship with the Xbox Media console. But I mean, is there any other consoles that are better than the Xbox?
XBMC.
The XBMC is
Xbox Media Center.
Yeah, but it's a service or a different platform that's not related to Xbox.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Xbox whatsoever.
I think it started off that way, and then it kind of became its own beast.
Yeah, it's not even called the Xbox Media Center anymore. It's just XBMC. But basically, it's that user interface. I thought you've seen me run it before, but I guess not. I'll show you after the show. So yeah, with that coming, with that, I mean, it's my own opinion here, but I think it is game over for Roku at that point. The interface for XBMC is way better.
Game over, man. Game over.
I still don't have to spend 3.5 days trying to update my library.
At first, you'll have to at least set it up. Yes.
Well, I'm not going to get as hardcore into you where you're going on it, IMDb and copying over the description,
they
the
have
movie
tools out
title.
there that are much easier to do now. Actually,
As long as your shit's named correct, I guess.
It helps. Let's see. We'll put in here. I wasn't gonna go over it, but anywho, it was apparently a big deal that somebody took a layout of their actual school and made it into a map for CounterStrike. Now, it wasn't a huge deal because there's no teachers or kids in the game while they're, just using the map. It's a fucking map, and they just need to get over it. They already had a school map, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the fucking.
They had Islamabad. Are you fucking kidding me? Like they had the place where they killed fucking Osama. Supposedly killed him.
Yeah.
Supposedly, but that's all non-declassified information, so I can't see how they
you
possibly
totally
made it.
It's just all blacked out. Don't worry about it. Black marker through the whole thing. That's cool.
No need to ask any more questions.
You see nothing. But anyways, it was a big deal. The school was a little embarrassed, but whatever. Fuck off. It's
a little embarrassed.
It's CounterStrike. Best Buy got in there. Come on now.
I know. Come on, Best Buy at Walmart. Fucking.
Oh, who was that? Oh, that was Wes and Matt talking about that on their podcast about how they used to scope from across the map with no scopes. We used to do that all the time with the Desert Eagle.
They scoped from across the map with no scopes.
Made headshots from across the map.
They sniped?
Sniped. There you go.
No, my favorite gun was a carbine. Love that gun.
Carbine?
That was carbine.
Carbine.
That sounds retarded. Carbine.
It does sound retarded.
Carbine sounds.
I agree. I used to call it a carbine until somebody corrected me. I was like, carbine.
I was like, oh, you sound really stupid. It sounds really stupid.
Let's see. We already have that story, so we don't have to go over that.
Yeah, Mass Effect movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Mass Effect movie. Will there be sex between alien and human?
Why not?
or
Spice it
female on
up a
female.
little bit, you know.
Mass Effect porn.
What's his name? Sticking something strange.
Okay.
Are we talking about the Mass Effect thing now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dumb as hell.
Shepard likes the strange. He likes sticking his dick in strange.
So.
Okay. Yeah, this is a non-story. I mean, honestly, the headline is longer than the actual story.
It
and
is really. It's not going to just be a movie. It's going to be something
experience
really
of a
special.
said by Casey Hudson, who is non-surprisingly the executive producer of Mass Effect. Well, no shit, he's gonna hype it up.
You should spend $20 on this
It's
movie.
honestly, I don't see how they're going to do it, considering this is a game built around you making your own decisions. Am I going to be able to do a choose your own adventure movie?
No,
That would be awesome. Blu-ray.
There was a trailer recently
They had
on
one
TV
for
I
House on the
saw
Haunted Hill.
for a movie where you can choose the ending. No. It's Psych. Psych. They're doing a live show this week, and you can phone in and vote for what the ending would be.
Dude, I swear to
It's
God.
pretty cool.
I swear to God that I was stuck in a Psych episode this last time I went to Walmart.
What was it?
Apparently, pineapples were on sale for 50 cents a piece.
What?
Yeah,
How?
apparently. I don't know. I don't even know if it was because it
You know
looked
how
like
long it takes a pineapple to become fully mature?
it looked like some dude was just playing with a sign and just put it there. But I swear to God, while I was walking through the aisle, I must have seen like 30 fucking pineapples in people's carts. I felt like it was like in one of those
That
episodes.
doesn't
where
make
they're
any
just really
sense
shoving it in your face.
because how much they at least have to sell for $3 or $4 because it takes 2 years for one of those mature.
Yeah, no, the original price was like $3, but they said 50 cents, and it was questionable. It looks like somebody could have literally just took the sign and went, there you go, 50 cents.
I guess people are stupid enough to like, 50 cents.
But
Gotta be
dude,
the
like
price.
people were walking around like 3 or 4 of them in their cart apiece, and this little girl's like, one more, daddy, one more.
You got like, bitch, get that out of my car. You're gonna be tired of pineapples in like a day or so.
Not even a day. I don't know if you've ever eaten fresh pineapple or not, but it rapes your mouth. It rapes it. Big
And
time.
if you're trying to peel it away and you have cuts on your fingers, it's over.
Oh.
Citrus. Going
No,
back,
it's got so much acid in it that it just literally.
Plus
eats away
size
everything.
it keeps the scurvy away.
Well,
That's
causing it
bananas.
At the same time.
No, whatever vitamin C keeps it away.
going back to the story because I think this is interesting and I did not know this about it. This was one of the related links. Anyone here or on the chat recognize the name Morgan Davis Fole? Anybody? Morgan Davis Fole? It's okay if you don't.
Not a clue. Is he a porn star?
No, but he is the fan that is writing the Mass Effect movie.
Ooh.
As in, they let a
you
fan
know- hold on, do you-
write the movie.
Do you know?
Which I can kind of see both ways. It's not going to be one of those commercial bullshit, hey, let's put Vin Diesel in it kind of thing. You actually, well, I mean, they could still do that. But they actually have a fan that writes fan fiction for the Mass Effect universe penning the script.
I forget which movie. Twilight is basically erotica fanfic from a movie. I don't remember which movie it is.
Interview with an vampire?
Is that what it is?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
No, it's the Twilight is based off of another book. It's just basically erotic fanfic. I can't remember the name of what it's fucking based off, but it's
The Bible.
no. Just imagine if it's like
Bible
imagine
fanfic.
if it turns into something like Twilight where it's a fanfic.
Wait, Bible fanfic. Isn't that what that guy did? Bible Man and Left Behind?
Huh?
Fanfic.
Twilight.
Bible fanfic. Left Behind. The guy from
Oh, from Growing Pains.
Yeah. Can't think of his name right now.
Kirk Cameron.
Yes, that's it.
See,
You know,
that's
he
my
was
job.
also-
I finished the sentences.
Who was Charles in Charge? That guy. He played
Tony Danza.
Bible Man.
That was not.
We're playing.
Danza.
I can't remember his name, but anyways.
Tony Danza.
No, it was not Tony. That's Who's the Boss. Did I say Who's the Boss?
Oh,
No,
Charles in Charge
Charles in
was. Ah, shit! Now you got me thinking.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The little was he ginger? No, he's not ginger.
Ginger.
He had a lot of freckles. I thought. I don't remember. Anyways. Anywho, looks like Rock Band will be coming to a close. We already mentioned this before, but it looks like it has sold over 130 million Rock Band songs, and or at least have them downloaded that many times. Last song to be released, if I'm reading this note without actually reading the article, is to be American Pie.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Finish what you're gonna say, and I'll say what I was gonna say.
That was it.
Okay.
You're gonna go back on a story now?
Yes, this is the last
Okay.
one. 50 Shades of Grey, the book, is basically Twilight's fan.
No
Or-
shit.
I had no idea, but I heard it a couple days ago. But
It's more or less an X-rated version of Twilight.
who, like, I mean, like, I wish people realize that.
They do realize it. They just wanted it.
Damn, get him, fight him,
Chicks
punch,
love
punch,
that shit.
punch.
Erotic fiction is becoming a mainstream thing. We can't watch porn in public, but you can read 50 Shades of Grey in public.
I think I would feel a little bit dirty reading that in public.
I remember reading an article on Reddit, I think it was, and the guy's like sitting there and his mom's reading it right next to him. It's like, Ma, could you take that in the bedroom or some shit?
I mean, if you look at it, recently they had the Google.
I don't jerk off to fucking porn in front of you. You can read your book elsewhere.
They had the Google Market celebration for like what was it, the 1 year or something. They were giving away a bunch of free stuff. One free book that you received that was advertised very plainly on the front was an erotic fiction book. It was called Dominated by the Executive. It had like a half naked chick on the front. I'm like, okay, so you can advertise mainstream fiction, porn fiction, but I can't have titties in my TV shows. The fuck?
That's fucked up.
Whatever.
So that comes to an end of our stories and to our show apparently.
Yup.
So we got 30 minutes of video footage because James forgot to hit record.
Retard.
It's only the first time that's happened. Chill out.
Second time.
No, I'm not missing any other videos.
Hey, David, come here.
The fuck was that? Dude, you threw your voice. It sounded like it was like right there.
David.
Anywho, that wraps up this episode of the OTR podcast. I have been James.
This has been Will.
Corey.
And you
Prince,
all have a
formerly
great
known as
night.
Will.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do?
What did you
I
forget
forgot
to do?
pimp out the fucking...
Do it right now. Show it over.
Shame on you. If anyone's
Shame
made
on-
it
The
this long, then they
pubcast
probably
is
want to listen to
usually-
something better.
Pubcast is usually Saturdays, what, 8 o'clock, you said?
Every other Saturday, I believe they got.
God, they are slackers. You can't even
Pubcast.
do 4 shows a week? What kind of pathetic shit is this?
I was saying that today. We've got more episodes than everybody else combined right now, I think.
Booyah!
Yeah.
And we have about a quarter
It's
of the
called
fans.
dedication to what you love to do.
We have a quarter of the fans.
So it says every other Saturday, 9 p.m. General Mountain Time. So definitely check them out.
German Mountain Time.
Soon to be BST. Is that Beastie? Beast Mode. They're going to turn on Beast Mode. We got to step up our game. Anyways, check them out. You can go to thenewtech.tv and go to their TNT podcast network. That's where you'll find us, the Dank and Chew Show Pubcast, the TNT Audio Podcast, and the Comic Related Podcast. Green Burger Mode? Anyways.
Greenwich.
Green Burger.
Green Burger. Definitely check those guys out. I'll probably throw something in the beginning of the YouTube video since
We are Arbitron rated number 2.
Arbitron rated number 1.
Motherfucker.
In Made Up Never Never Land. So, anyways, have a good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Peace out.